What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy Moose back in it. And I had to come back to y'all to report some craziness, man. It's New Year's, and we already have some wildness that's happening. An attack that happened in New Orleans, and now they're attributing it possibly to terrorism. So, man, this is not the way anybody wanted to start off 2025 with this type of news, man. So we're gonna get into it, man. I just want to cover this because I know a lot of people are covering it. There's 1,001 channels covering it, so I'm about to be 1,002. Okay, and I know that's fine. A lot of people, if you're gonna be with it, you with it. If not, that's cool. But I just want to report this because, man, I feel like this could be some type of sleeper cell attack or possibly some kind of false flag attack. And we're not gonna know, man. But it's just crazy that this dude Donald Trump is about to go into office here in about 20 days or so. But this is what they're leaving us with, and this is what we got to report on. So yeah, let's jump right into it, man. In case you guys haven't heard, there was a man. Actually, the man was born in the U.S. Okay, the man was born in the U.S. of A. And he apparently was from Texas, from Houston, drove up to New Orleans. He used he used his own truck, and he plowed into a whole bunch of people that were partying and celebrating on New Year's Eve in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. So yeah, you can't even enjoy yourself. You can't even have a peace of mind as you know relax and try to enjoy yourself on a New Year's Day, New Year's Eve event. You can't even, you know, put your guard down for a few moments. It's craziness. But anyway, I got a video lined up, man, that's gonna cover a lot of this. So be forewarned, man. This is very graphic. So just again, forewarning to y'all. But let's jump right into it, man, because I've already kept you guys waiting long enough.
What the fuck? Start this fucking noise!
Oh damn! Gotta mute that. Not trying to get demonetized here. Man, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. People are just stunned, man. They're just shocked and complete disbelief about what they're seeing. You just completely gone. Your senses are all just uh, completely, you derive of your senses because you're all drunk. You've been sipping. It's New Year's Eve. You're not thinking about having like a horrible time or anything like that. So that's horrible, man. That is absolutely horrible. I feel so sorry for all the people involved in that tragic event. Jesus, Jesus. It's something to be said, man. Something to be said. Because this is all of a sudden happening now when Trump is about to get into office. You know, it just strikes me as a little strange as far as the timing. But these terrorist cells and these terrorist organizations, they like to attack on like holidays, right? Because that's when people are gathered together. So that's when usually they'll have like a mass gathering of people or some kind of event. So, I mean, it makes sense that they would try to attack something like this, but this is just horrible. This is just tragic as heck, man. So much chaos and destruction just to happen on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day. You know, like why? Now they said the guy had an ISIS flag attached to the back of his truck. Okay, but the guy was born and raised here his entire life, which raises the question, you know, is he a sleeper cell? Has he been someone who's been groomed for his entire life, you know, to at some point just, you know, become we woken up? Okay, here we go.
Made a couple of times today, so we will give you just the basics this morning. All right, we had this event started at about 3:15. It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. It was not a DUI situation. This is more complex and more serious based on the information we have right now. With respect to numbers, we have right now, and as you already know, this could change throughout the day. We do know that there are 26 injured people who are at UMC Hospital. We know we have 4 at Truro, 4 at Oshner Baptist, 1 at Tulane. But even as I was walking out the door, I believe I have an unconfirmed additional people who have been taken to other area hospitals, possibly on the east side. But we will give you as many correct numbers as we can as the day progresses.
Wow. That's insane. That's completely insane, man. Just the lack of human emotion and the lack of empathy, you know, for someone just to go and do something like that. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Prayers for all the victims, all the people that lost their lives, all the people recuperating. I can't imagine going through something like that on New Year's, man. So yeah, that's insane. And then, you know, we also had looks like there was a Tesla truck that exploded in front of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas, all within New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So this last 24 hours have been insane, as far as just like implications in how it relates to Trump and, you know, whether or not, you know, these are some kind of events that are being orchestrated by the deep state, by the New World Order. Who's to say? What are we talking about? I never said it. You didn't hear it from me, but there it is. But yeah, I just want to go over this other video too, and I want to credit the dude for this video. This is World Order's review that I'm watching here, and now I'm about to watch this other video from my man Luke at We Are Change. So we'll watch some of that video and dissect some of that a bit as well. Let's get into it, man. Hopefully y'all into this as well.
This holiday season.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my God.
I wonder who's responsible for this event. Incident. Call it what it is, as the latest revelations of what we're getting right now and all this information coming together, connecting the dots between the Las Vegas incident and now the New Orleans incident with other threats out there, according to U.S. politicians, is something that should be absolutely taken seriously. And I will argue that our American authorities are definitely not doing that.
This is not a terrorist event.
Yeah, as a juxtaposition here,
I had to just pause it on too because that's funny. This is not a terrorist event, and then 20 minutes later, they declare that it's some kind of terrorist attack. Okay, y'all need to get on the same page. This is what we talking about, man.
it tells you everything you need to know about the state of America, as the governor of Louisiana has just declared a state of emergency as local, state, and federal authorities are descending on New Orleans. As
Makes sense. Makes sense.
they were just actively looking for other improvised explosive device. As the FBI New Orleans office just had a recruitment event a couple days ago, which prioritized not the most capable, not the smartest, not the best police officers out there for the job to be federal police officers, but they hired people just based on the principles of diversity. Yep, you heard that correctly. The country's under attack, and we got a whole bunch of diversity hires that aren't the most qualified for the job, leading the charge here when it comes to addressing all of these larger incidences that are unfolding right now at an extremely fast pace. As of course, what did you expect from these types of FBI agents? As we're also getting information from local news reporters that they were actually the first ones to show up at the suspect's home before any local and federal police officers were even there. As we have to ask ourselves, how did the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, that spies, tracks, and databases every single piece of communication that happens within the United States, how did this extremely powerful, bloated, big fat bureaucratic government with unlimited funds, unlimited money, unlimited spying apparatuses, how did they once again fail to prevent or even detect a planned terror attack on New Year's Day?
Yeah. Well, as far as that, I think that guy could have been. I mean, they said he possibly was working with somebody else, but I mean, I don't know. He probably was, but I don't know how they're gonna be tipped off of that if he was working with like just another person. But if it was something about ISIS, okay, and it was connected to the greater group, and it was something orchestrated within those parameters, then it could be up in the wind. Who the hell knows? There should have been more intel, but clearly there wasn't, and there was a slip.
Day in one of America's most iconic cities, when we're also finding out this guy that was responsible for the New Orleans attack left a lot of clues and symbols out there that anyone could have caught, as he was literally uploading videos promoting radical jihadism and also, just murder and death. How you would think someone online saying he's going to do this is someone that you would try to prioritize and focus, as it's important to note here that the Federal Bureau of Investigations have set their sights, especially under the Biden administration, on fellow Republicans, as they have gone after parent-teacher school conferences and pro-rights activists. As we have to understand, the FBI now fully investigating this means that the likelihood of us getting any kind of justice here is going to be very rare, as their investigations into the Las Vegas incident didn't give us any clear answers to what was really going on here, as now we're finding a direct link between today's New Orleans attack that just as of 1 hour ago already has updated the total death toll to now 15 people, as we're finding out that the vehicle that was used in that incident was used through an online sharing app called Turo that allows you to rent other people's cars, as we're finding out that was the same exact app used for this Tesla.
Okay. You see, there's the threading connection, the threading line. Okay. They both of these cars that are used in these attacks that happen, they're used through the app Turo, which is crazy. Okay. They both just got the Turo and they just use the cars and just disregard them with what they did. That's really insane. But, it brings together that there could be a link and a connection. So, fair play to whoever people discovering that. And, hopefully there'll be more information coming out. And I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on, man, because it's a crazy world out there. And, if you ain't on top of things, you won't get got out here. Those people, prayers to them, man. tragedy struck in New Orleans to those people. And then even the person that lost his life in Las Vegas. I guess there was one person who did lose their life in that bomb in the car bombing attack. And that was the Tesla truck of all things too. You know, that's a symbol. And that's why it's like, okay, this could be way too on the nose, man. You're gonna use a Tesla truck, okay, and blow it up in front of the Trump Towers. And then the guy who the domestic terrorist who blew up or who ran through all those people in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, okay, and he was supposed to be just some guy who was just born here, you know, and then this just plays into what Trump was talking about how he wants to even get rid of what is it birthright citizenship. That guy was a birthright citizenship example. I mean, he was born here, but then still he's a sleeper cell as part of the ISIS. Like, come on. But hey, we don't know. There's too much information out there. We just reporting on the news that they're giving us. The clown ass media as far as that. But anyway, just wanted to cover that. You know, I got y'all and I appreciate y'all. So if you're gonna come in and step into my abode, man, I appreciate the likes, any subscribes I'm willing you guys are willing to give me that I can muster. I definitely appreciate it, man. I'm gonna keep working. Videos are gonna get better. The news is gonna get better. Everything's gonna be top notch, man. So without further ado, man, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Deuces.